So it's been over a decade since But Not to Wear was on air. After being apart for years following your falling out, how did it feel to reunite and do the show together? Did it feel like no time had passed?
Well, time had passed because we're now in our mid 50s, and it's hard to ignore that fact.
Yeah,
That-
he's grayer and I'm gayer.
Honestly, that's a line right there. I love it.
We really enjoyed this process, and we've been working on the show for a very long time. So it's not like this was like, oh, it just cropped up for us. You know, it's been 13 years. We've been talking for quite a while, and I think that the intention of this show is so different from What Not to Wear, and the outcome is so different that it really is much more reflective of the world we're living in today, and not the kind of dawn of reality television that you saw when we did What Not to Wear.
Definitely. That actually brings me to my next question. One thing I noticed about the show right off the bat is how it focuses on building up the client's confidence and celebrating their self-expression. What are
Yes.
some of the biggest changes, styles, trends in the fashion industry from the past 10 years that you were excited to incorporate and wear whatever the F you want?
Well, there's so many like pop culture references, right? Like
Right.
Cookie from Empire, when one of
Right.
our clients, Freedom, wanted to look like Cookie from Empire because she sort of saw her as a powerful woman. We were
Right.
like, yes, let's do that. Let's get you a big fuzzy
Perfect.
coat
Exactly.
and a
We'll
hat.
get you a hat.
Yeah.
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 In terms of, I mean, neither one of us really believe in trends,
Right.
but you see what's out there and you work with what you've got, right? The great thing about a show like this is that it's a very specific lens that we're looking through. So if we're looking for Cookie, we know what we're looking for as opposed to what's trending at the moment.
Yeah.
It's not like a fashion news show where we're like telling you what, the big trends were on the runway.
That's hot. That's not. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not that's hot, that's not. It's what does this person want in order
Mm.
to feel confident and capable?
That kind of brings me to the next question. How have you changed, or have you changed, how you approach helping someone find their best inner self through outer expression?
It's a good
It's
question.
it's a really good question. Now, yeah, for that, I think we have to go back to What Not to Wear, right? There was a format and What Not to Wear,
Yes.
and because of the time, we were style experts and we were telling people what they needed to do. Now we have completely flipped that on its butt, and we're trying to figure out who you are as a person, as our client, and like. You're the guide, and we're gonna we'll be the guide rails, but you're gonna guide us to help you, and it's such a treat. It really is a treat. It takes a little bit of the pressure off of us because we don't have to like
Know everything.
know everything and like demand that we're right all the time.
Yes.
This is like helping somebody achieve a dream. Like there's nothing better than that.
And there really isn't judgment. I mean, there are times where there were, outfits on the show that I was like, no. I would
gonna
never,
wear that?
I am
Yeah.
not, I'm not going to wear that myself. But if that made her happy or him happy, then we were happy to do it because they're the ones who have to walk around in their skin, right? It's not us. We're not living their lives. And really, we want you to get the most out of your life that's possible. And knowing who you are, controlling the narrative in the visual sense in terms of your style, is a super important skill to have. Whether you learn that at 20 or you learn that at 50, it doesn't matter. It's just when you learn it. And also recognizing that you as a person, you're going to change. You're going to want different things over time. And that's okay. You don't have to have the same style your whole life. You don't have to wear the same things. You don't have to have a uniform if you don't want to. Those are, some people love to do that, but it's not required. And this idea that for years we've seen quiet luxury being the biggest trend. And
Yes.
now we're seeing the 80s come back with big, bold colors and huge, bold jewelry, and brooches are back. I mean, if brooches really come back, I will be shocked. They say it every year, never happens. It's only for men. But now they're saying, no, brooches are back for women. We'll see.
I just started rewatching Schitt's Creek, and Moira
Such a good
Rose
show.
going to bed in a brooch is everything.
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 But Moira was really an individual.
She wore whatever the F she wanted to.
Exactly.
She really
She
did.
should be the mascot.
Yes. I just have to say that I almost felt like you guys were like giving people like therapy at the same time. Was that fulfilling for you to see that and how these clients reacted to their makeovers?
I think it's something that we're a little used to be
Yeah.
honest, not to be, blasé about it. But all of what we've done on What Not to Wear and Wear Whatever has been about therapy. It is truly about what is stopping you on the inside from being who you want to be. How can we show you that there is a way to get what you want?
Yeah.
And that requires asking hard questions of
Right.
people. And it requires asking questions that may not be comfortable to everybody. But it's our goal to be helpful in understanding, who told you you can't wear this? Who said you couldn't wear that? Those type of things, I think, really do have an effect. And we want to help uproot those beliefs that are not true.
It's really a joy to help somebody differentiate between their own belief in their own head and a belief that somebody else implanted in their head because they might have told them something at a very vulnerable time or at a young developmental age and it got stuck in there. So to unstick these thoughts that you think you believe when you actually don't believe them, it's like
Gardening.
exorcism. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm doing this. Stacy's like, she knows how much I love to garden. So pulling weeds or exercising demons.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Exactly. Gardening and exercising demons.